I'm the producer of Ghost Trick, Phantom Detective, Hironobu Takeshita, and I work as a producer at Capcom. And I'm Shu Takumi, and I'm the director and writer of Ghost Trick, Phantom Detective. I first started thinking about doing something like Ghost Trick right after I finished the third Ace Attorney game in Japan, which was back in 2004. Originally, I had this character and he was going to be a ghost and he was going to be able to do almost anything you wanted. But then over time, the more I thought about it, the more I felt that it was too complicated and you could do too many things. And so rather than having such an overly complex game, maybe it would be better to simplify it. So now what you see in the game, and the final version of the game, is a very simplistic approach to using the touch panel to control your character, and then also you only have two commands. You have the possess and the manipulate, the ghost and the trick commands. And so in that way it makes the game much more intuitive and much more easy to play. Yeah, we've always wanted to make it for the Nintendo DS. As a big fan of mystery books, I wanted to create something where you also felt like you were reading a mystery. So same thing with the Ace Attorney series, we wanted to have something where you can carry it with you and you can feel a closeness to it, because as you're holding the DS, you are actually physically close to the medium itself. This game definitely did go on sale earlier this year. We've had a lot of really good fan reactions and a lot of fan feedback. And one of the big misconceptions that people had about this game when we were first promoting the game in Japan was that this was just going to be a puzzle game. Everyone thought it was just going to be a puzzle game. But then as people bought it and played it and finished it, we started getting a lot of feedback about how good the scenario and actually how good the story itself is. And so people began to understand that this is not just a puzzle game, it's also a puzzle game with a really deep story, and it's all very interconnected and very interrelated. As you mentioned, a lot of the characters in the Ace Attorney series, they have a lot of flavor and they have a lot of character to them. When I was originally writing these characters, I wasn't really thinking about I wasn't consciously trying to make them interesting or consciously trying to make them fun or quirky or whatever. I just wrote what I felt was interesting to me. So originally, all the characters I wrote, they just seemed like interesting characters to me. And then as this game got released and as I got feedback from the users, it felt like we're playing catch-ball with each other. We're like bouncing ideas and bouncing feedback off of each other. And so definitely we developed a good rapport with the fans and what kind of characters they liked. But with Ghost Trick, the flavor hasn't changed. So the characters are still just as quirky as ever and they're still just as interesting as ever. Well, the release date is still a little bit off in the future, but we hope that people will really look forward to this game. We're looking at a January release for both North America and Europe. It may seem like it's a long time, but we hope that people will hang in there and wait for this game to come out. And while you're waiting, we will be releasing a lot of good information and a lot of new trailers and screenshots. So please definitely stay tuned.